everyone putting pressure on the government. Hopefully it's made an impact and it's done something, because they have another round of flotillas going there. In fact, they had intercepted one yesterday, and that's why we all went in Piazza. I never tried to get involved politically ever. I mean, I've always kind of been, my own little world. But this time I couldn't stay silent because I couldn't. Jay, watch this. I couldn't watch this. What's happening in the world? It just. I said, no, I can't. I can't be silent anymore. No more silence. I'm going to raise my voice too.
You want to see what real independent journalism funded by the people for the people looks like?
You ever heard a story like this in America?
You're looking at it.
Congratulations for always being somewhere where mainstream media is not.
Flint, Michigan.
See you in Nevada.
Thanks to people like you, we can get the truth. Corporate media, they've been lying to us for years, and you go straight to the people.
You are the man. I'm glad you're here.
For as low as 16 cents a day, you'll keep us on the ground, covering the important stories the corporate media covers up.
What's up, everybody? Ron Placone here, reporting for Status Coup. So, as you know, we've been covering the general strike in Italy as it relates to Israel and Gaza. And basically what happened, to give you a very quick recap, the dockers in Genoa, Italy said, hey, if you mess with the flotilla, we're shutting it down. Spoiler alert, they mess with the flotilla, so they shut it down. There have been general strikes throughout Italy. Here is something else breaking today. According to Democracy Now!, Trump says Israel and Hamas have agreed to a Gaza ceasefire deal. President Trump says Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first phase of a Gaza ceasefire deal. Trump announced the breakthrough in a post to his social media site, Truth Social. That's great that official matters of war and peace can now be found on Truth Social. Isn't that wonderful? But here's another headline. Israel continues attacks on Gaza, even as Palestinians celebrate news of a ceasefire. So let's proceed with caution. But here joining me today is a friend and colleague of mine who is actually part of the general strike in Italy. She has been out there protesting on behalf of Palestinians. So we're going to get some firsthand feedback from her. She is an actress, and she has a really brilliant series that she's working on that she'll mention to you. But please welcome to the show, Laura Fuino. Laura, how are you? Thanks for taking some time to chat with me.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here. This is a treat.
Yeah, and thanks for doing what you're doing. Thanks for being out there.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing. So kind of paint the picture for me. What has the scene been like in Italy where you're at? Now, you're in Rome, correct?
I'm in Rome. Well, yeah, we've been very active. Italians have been very passionate about this. And, we love babies and we love humanity. And they have a saying, they say, Rome, we know what side we're on. We're on the side of humanity. So when they hear something's like when they captured the flotilla, there's an announcement, everybody in Piazza. So everybody just ran to the Piazza, got on their motorbikes and very active with their flags and singing. And we have a friend in Gaza that we're communicating with, actually. So we had him on video chat and had everyone say hi to him in his tent. And this was last night. And so we've been, you can actually donate to them directly and it works. The GoFundMe, they show us what they buy with it. And so he called me this morning and I was half asleep and he's like, they were saying the war has ended, they're all celebrating the ceasefire. So I'm like, woke up, I'm like, oh, this is great news. My birthday's at the end of the month. And I'm just hoping like that's all I wanted for my birthday was a ceasefire, So that's to me the biggest joy ever, because literally my heart hurt every night and every morning thinking about him. When we would speak to him when he's under the tent with his family, showed us his sister, her kids, his mother. He lost his brother, who was under an explosion, and their house was exploded, bombed. And we would hear the drones and we would hear the explosions and the shooting, and it was so scary. Like talking to him and knowing like this, any minute now something could happen to him. So you get attached, and it's like opened a whole new dimension for me, learning about them, because we've been fed such a different narrative about them. And it's a really beautiful culture with beautiful people. I mean, I was amazed and they really touched my heart, I have to say. And it's opened a whole new dimension in my life.
Well, that's, best wishes for your friend. And I sincerely hope, as we're recording this now, hopefully this ceasefire is actually legitimate and it stays, because they've They've teased us before.
Yeah, they're so happy right now. It's so nice to see them finally smiling. And
Yeah.
these are wonderful people. They had jobs, they have families. I mean, they didn't have any part. They didn't. It wasn't their fault what happened on October 7th.
Yeah.
These are innocent people. I mean, innocent little babies. And you can't just call everyone Hamas and the protesters Hamas and the flotilla Hamas. Like we're all Hamas. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think people are waking up. They're not believing the narrative. I mean, I've woken up. I know I've woken up too. I mean, I had believed, was led to believe things that aren't true. And so now I think it's just important we question everything. Don't believe everything you hear, that's fed to you, and then you repeat it to other people like it's the truth, because you don't know. It might not be the truth, but investigate, you research.
So what is the vibe overall in Italy, just from your perspective of being there? Because it seems like the people are very much are very united, but the Meloni government probably not so much. So what is the vibe like from what you're seeing?
Yeah, well, they're not really happy with the Meloni. They're not happy with Meloni because she's always showed herself as a compassionate person. She has a daughter, she has a child, and mama, she's the mother, and she's the savior. And they're like, how can you say you're a mother and you adore children when babies are getting massacred in front of our eyes? Like, how can you let this happen and not even protect the humanitarians of the flotilla? Like, they did nothing, really, nothing. I mean, so it's been the people that have risen up, and the power of the people. I mean, we have power, and I think people are realizing that now. But what the government won't do, we will do. And I just admire so much the courage of all the humanitarians on the flotilla. And I think they gave so much hope to the Gazans and the people of Palestine and to the world. Like, they literally saved humanity, because there's a lot of mean people out there saying mean things, which I never thought. I guess I lived through these rose-colored glasses, and I didn't see the world like that. But I'm seeing there is evil entities out there. So we have to be careful and watch for that, and realize, like, choose what part are you on? Are you on the side of humanity? I mean, it's not right for anyone to hurt anyone, and I would never support anyone that even would hurt a hair on a child's head. I never. I mean, to think what they've been doing and families destroyed. It's so mind blowing. It's hard even for us to understand this, to absorb all this, I think.
Oh, I fully agree. And kind of like you said, especially in the West, and, in particular in the West, the United States, I think is the biggest culprit, where, we are just force fed this just absolute propaganda, especially when it comes to foreign policy. And I think a lot of people, even still, just don't know what's really going on there.
Right. I mean, I understand it's confusing, and they've, dehumanized the Palestinians to arrive where they want to arrive. But they want, it's all economics. They have a whole other agenda going on. It was never really about the hostages, and just so many questions, so many things are very, just very unanswered regarding.
Well, I think Trump wants to just make a golf course. I mean, I think Trump just wants to make a vacation spot.
Right. Well, I don't know who would go there. That would be horrible. I would never want to play golf on a cemetery where I knew what happened. And, so I don't know. Maybe it'll haunt them. If they go there, maybe they'll be haunted. It's just, I don't know. I mean, is it true that Leonardo DiCaprio invested in a hotel there? I mean, that would make me, it makes me look at him differently.
Yeah, I've not heard that. I'm not familiar with that. I can't speak to that one way or another. I know typically he usually is a pretty outspoken guy for the right thing. So I don't know, but I can't speak to that. I've not heard that
regarding this. And also, he's very much for the environment. I mean, what are all these bombs to the environment? All these bombs. I mean, what is that doing to our Earth? So I mean, I don't. Anyways,
so tell me a little bit more about just the day to day in the general strike. Like, what all is shut down in Italy right now?
Well, we've had mass all the transportation, buses. In fact, when we went to the protest, sometimes we had to walk a very long way to get there, like an hour walk to get there, an hour walk to get back, because there were no buses, no metros, no. Then you don't want to drive because it's just everything's blocked off and there's traffic. And some people get really mad about that. Like, oh, Italy, we have our own problems. Why are we doing this? But then there's other people who are like, no, go protest. Like, this is important. This is important.
Mhm.
We have to raise our voices. We can't let this happen in the world. We can't sit back and be silent. And I feel like I never tried to get involved politically ever. I mean, I've always kind of been, in my own little world. But this time I couldn't stay silent because I couldn't. Jay, watch this. I couldn't watch this. What's happening in the world? It just. I said, no, I can't be silent anymore. No more silence. I'm going to raise my voice too. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to protest. I'm going to donate. I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going to boycott what I have to boycott, and do my part. I mean, maybe it's not a lot, but I think everyone does a little bit. It adds up to a lot. And I think everyone putting pressure on the government, hopefully it's made an impact and has done something, because they have another round of flotillas going there. In fact, they had intercepted one yesterday, and that's why we all went in the piazza again. I got to see if there's going to be more protests. But so those closed down. Some stores closed down. They've put a block on any naval entry of any weapons and things like that. They've so there's different boycotts going on. But I think today everything's open again. I think it's open.
What's the kind of communication ecosystem like? Like when you say you're going to find out about protests, like is it like a social media thing, or do you just have
mostly Instagram? Like,
okay.
We're on the Global Flotilla page, or a lot of activists. If you're on their page and you follow them, so they'll put an announcement. Everyone in the piazza, and you see everyone running there. And when Greta got captured too, everybody just went in went to protest, and you had 1 million people one night. 1 million people. I mean, it gives you chills, and you could just feel the energy and the movement. And I think it was in Milano last night too. Like even the policemen just threw down their handcuffs. They refused to stop the protesters. They protested too.
Wow.
So when it's in the face, when it's in the face of humanity, Italy rises. The people rise. Maybe not the government, but the people rise, and they're not going to put up with seeing babies being massacred. There's no way. I mean, Italy's been through World War II. We had the partisans. They fought back.
Yeah.
And look what happened to Mussolini. The Italians got him in the end. I mean, they're not going to put up with it. They don't put up with that here. So I'm proud of them, and I'm so glad. And the Gaza too, they were like having the Italian flag and thanking Italy, and it gives them hope when you feel like the world's forgotten you, when you feel like you've been dehumanized, demoralized, just destroyed in every possible way you can think of. Thank God we have people that really care in this world, because we hope that there's good people too in this world. So we don't have to go to Mars yet.
No, I mean,
planet yet. So
that is the other side of all this. You do see certain, things in your neighborhood. I mean, where I'm at right now in San Pedro in Los Angeles, it's just so disturbing what is happening with ICE and everything. And but it's also really cool because like the citizens are helping each other. Like people are, like warning people, and citizens are kind of rising up. And it actually got like some national press, like what they're doing here in San Pedro and the community, kind of like the community watchdog that we have here. So things like that, and things like, I mean, I wish what was happening in Italy right now would literally happen all over the world. I mean, I wish we could somehow have a worldwide general strike.
Right.
I really think that would.
Spain has been incredible. The president there, the prime minister there, he's been amazing. Also, it's just been a very active year for Rome. I mean, we had our Pope that passed away.
Yeah.
We had a conclave. We had our new Pope. We were at the Vatican. It was an amazing event. Now you see everyone just running, like you see at the protests, everyone running toward the Vatican. I mean, the whole city goes up, up in arms. And then the Jubilee. This is the year of the Jubilee. In Italian, we say Jubileo. So where the pilgrims come, and you go through the Saint's Door, and you go visit all the churches. And so it's supposed to be a very special year. And so it's just been a lot, never a dull moment. So I'll be back in the States next month. So I'm going to see what's going on there. So I haven't experienced this whole thing with ICE yet, what's going on. So that'll be interesting.
There's a bit of a somber tone right now. I dare say you will not find Los Angeles as jubilant as Rome. But you will find people, sticking up for what's right. I mean, you know, there's always like the glimmers of hope in humanity and stuff like that, and we're really seeing that right now. Well, I mean, you know, I'm gonna ask you to kind of like predict, and on an emotional level to some degree, but do you think this is going to be the one that sticks? Do you think this ceasefire is going to be legitimate?
I hope so. I mean, praying night and day. Literally, it's been weighing on me every night and day because thinking about it. I'm so worried about my friends there. I think this might be, because I'm sure there's some other plans they have going underneath that they're happy with. I don't know if everything they agree upon is going to be, you know, they're going to be happy in Gaza with all the total agreements. Who knows? But I think it could be. I mean, they've been through a long haul, 2 years of suffering, 2 years of everyday bombing, especially at night. They bomb them when it's time for them to sleep. They can't sleep. And it's scary. I heard it on the phone and saw his face, and he cried, and we're crying. And I'm like, so helpless because we can't do it. I mean, we can't go get him out of there. We're trying every way to find a way to get him out of there. I'm hoping, I don't know what he wants to do now, what's going to happen, but I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, just holding a good intention and high hopes that it's the end of this horrible genocide. So we can all have peace. Yeah. I know there's other things going on in the world, but one more at a time. I mean,
yeah. One thing at a time. Let's try to fix it. Yeah. So one final question, and you kind of touched on this. I mean, you mentioned what happened in Milan, but how has the vibe with the cops been overall? Like, has it been kind of chill? Like,
yeah, oh yeah, it's been mainly peaceful protests. I mean, I think one night there were a couple bad ones. Like, you know, you're always going to get, out of 1 million people, you might get some people that cause trouble. But yeah, one night I guess it was bad. They did something, like burnt a car or something. But otherwise, it's been very peaceful protests. And, you know, I mean, overall, Italians are pretty peaceful people here, and Rome now is very mixed, and I love that. There's people from everywhere. You know, they welcome everyone, and I really love that. I love that, and they love Palestine. I mean, they really embrace their culture, and I think there's just been a lot of people who woke up and they want to make a change, and they're just not going to put up with the government doing heinous things in the world.
Well, you know, again, thank you so much for being out there, and all the best wishes to your friend.
I'm glad we can focus on the creative work. You know, if this ends, we can focus on what we like to do. We have, you know, our sitcoms. I have a song that just came out.
Congrats! Yeah, let everyone know where they can listen to it.
I wrote the words. I wrote the words and melody. I was inspired walking down the streets of Rome, and I came home and had my daughter. She does composition. She put the music to it. Came out beautifully. We sent it to London. Had an amazing singer sing it, Tony London. He's also an actor, and he did an amazing job. It's called "The Hour Is Here Now." Okay. And so we just released it. It's on Apple and YouTube and everything. So you can go look at it. It's called "The Hour Is Here Now." And it's a beautiful song. I was inspired when I was working in a biblical film last year. So it's as if Jesus is speaking to the people, whether you believe or not. It's a beautiful message. So it's worth listening to. Give it a listen.
Yeah, everyone give it a listen. Check it out. The Hour Is Here Now. And then after you listen to The Hour Is Here Now, you can take a little break and watch a fun anti-capitalist comedy with Left at Wall. So there you go. Check out Laura's song. Check out my movie, which you can get on, you know, all the platforms. It's free on Tubi. And Laura, mention the title of the song too once more, so everyone gets
The Hour Is Here Now.
The Hour Is Here Now.
By Laura Fuino and Valentina Kamenova, my daughter.
Laura,
so
thanks.
It's a collaboration, mother and daughter, but we did it.
So cool. Well, yes. Laura, thanks so much for doing this. Thanks so much for doing what you're doing. Stay safe. Best wishes to your friend. Please send them my well wishes.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you when you're back in the States.
Yes, thank you. His name is Aboud, and he's on Instagram if you ever want to follow him. And yeah, they're very happy right now. So cross our fingers. Thank you so much.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, y'all. This is Ron Placone for Status Coup signing out.